So now I'm doing the beard of Saint Nectarius. As you saw, my first layer was a dark gray layer of very loose brush strokes on that are very close to the color of the proplasmos. These brush strokes were very transparent. And I don't know if you can hear it, the Vesper bells are ringing here. It's like 4:30 now that I'm recording this. Can you hear the bells? Anyway, so now I'm doing this second layer. And for this second layer, I'm now that the bells are finished, I can proceed. I create a color that is lighter, of course, and a little bit cold, like titanium white with a little bit of black and just a little bit of blue. I don't want a very bluish light here, but certainly I want it to be towards the not a very warm color, not a warm gray, but a cold gray here. And here I'm trying to guess, let's say, how these forms of light on the beard of Saint Nectarius will be, in a way that will be nice and will reveal its volume, where the light will be, where the shadow will be. And here I'm very careful with my brush. I want my brush strokes to give this feeling of hair. It's very important to be in control of the brush, as I always say, and really feel how much color there is in your brush. Now, when we have a reference photo, this process is easy enough, I would say. Here that I didn't have any reference, I had to invent myself the forms of the light, and that's why I first paint those areas that I feel more comfortable, that I know how the hair will be painted. And when I'm done with these areas that I'm more comfortable, I will proceed with the areas like on the lower part of his beard that I'm not sure exactly how those forms will be painted. See that directly this face takes form and looks already. We can see that this is about an elderly saint, and see how convincing those forms of light are for hair. This is something that amazes me, like how those painters really came to discover these forms that can so simply and so nicely, so charmingly reveal that this is about hair with just a few brush strokes. It's really interesting. I don't know if you understand what I want to say, but since these are not realistic hair, it's amazing how they discovered these forms that can reveal the beauty of and the form of beard, hair, etc. So back to the process, as you see, I've painted these basic first shapes of light, and now I've created a color that is more thin and slightly darker in tone. And with this color I will go in between a little bit this these shapes, but I'll try to not completely lose them. It's a darker, more transparent color, this color that I'm doing, and this creates this a more lashy effect on hairs. It make them look more rich, let's say, and with more volume. It would be okay if I omitted this step, and if after these first shapes of light I went directly with painting the highlights. I just couldn't resist here but doing this in between tones, but it's always nice. It could be also interesting and charming to just omit this step, and it would be very bold somehow. But anyway, this is how I've decided to paint this, and you see how the beard becomes a little bit more naturalistic, let's say. But as I said, I could also have omitted this in between step. See that I use the brush with some freedom in general when painting this. This dexterity, let's say, this I'm comfortable with drawing these brush strokes. This comes with experience. And let me just tell you that when back in the years when I was studying this, I was very slower. I was more careful. With time, this how can I say, this comfortable way of painting comes more easily. So don't worry if your use of the brush is more slow or more careful or things like that. It's natural and something to be expected if your level of experience is not that great.
Hi, I'm Antonis, and I'm proud to present you my online course on iconography, Paint an Icon with me. This course will help you become a better iconographer, and it will help you be more confident when talking and presenting your artwork. It will make you understand in depth the studio practices of a professional iconographer like me, and you will get accustomed to what great iconography looks like. So learn in a simple and organized way everything you need about the materials, mediums, and techniques in order to make a beautiful icon. Paint with me the icon of Christ and learn how to paint better any icon you wish. I will see you at the studio.
One thing that I really want you to take from this video is, and I say this because it's very evident on this video, is how loosely these brush strokes are, but they are to the point. Like, they definitely are not pristine, as I said earlier in the video. They definitely are loose a little bit, but you know, contained loose. I have a friend who is one of the greatest iconographers that I know, living here in Crete, and he was saying to me that many contemporary iconographers paint their icons as if they are wedding cakes, like so perfect and you know, ironed, very pastry-like icons, and that is so true. Like they are, you know, perfect, but they can also feel lifeless. The colors are so saturated, bright, nicely painted, but it can be a little bit empty. So one thing I want you to take from this is, like, don't really worry about perfectly painted icons. It's not the essence of iconography, this. The essence of iconography is to help the viewer pray, to help the viewer's mind get closer to God, and to create this warm feeling in the hearts of the viewers. So often these perfect icons fail to do so. Don't worry about perfect brush strokes. Worry about, as I say, more essential things. Understanding the foundations of iconography, and not the, Here I'm doing the highlights of the beard, and each form of the first light receives 2 highlights. This is something that we get to feel where these highlights will go according to the general form. And now with this titanium white highlight already, we can see that this saint had white beard. Now let me just clarify a little bit what I said earlier about perfection, because I want to just clarify one thing. Very often, of course, most usual is to see icons that are not perfect, or as I said earlier, but they can be more freely painted. I don't mean to not take care of our painting and to not give all our attention for achieving this beauty and the nice painted brush strokes. It's just that our main preoccupation shouldn't be the perfectionism. It should be to create beautiful, nicely beautiful looking icons that will help, as I said, the viewer. One thing that friend of mine also gave me this clarification. He said, we had this discussion about the beautiful icons, etc. He said that if you paint because you love it, not because of the money of it, and if you paint without wanting to change the history of iconography, but and to create a new way of painting icons, but instead you just want to help the viewers in church to pray, then this is a great reason and the result will be great. So many iconographers today paint just for money, and money, of course, it's important. It's a tool that will help us move in this life, survive, and create a life easier for us. But this is another thing. We should be paid for our work, and I always support my students who are searching a job relative to iconography. This is another thing, and another thing is to just run and be in a hurry to finish the icon just to receive the money from the commissioner, without giving any attention to the work. So give your attention, money will go, the icon will be there, will stay there forever to advertise maybe our work. So give your attention to iconography, to icon painting when you are doing this. Don't work for just for the money, and don't worry about perfect lines and pristine lines, and Anyway, I think this might be tiring for you, but thank you again so much. And as you see, the beard comes to its completion little by little. I wish you could see the actual icon, because as I said, it's a small icon, and it does look very nice from up close. But you get the idea of how this came to be, and how easy, let's say, easy, but how in a short period of time this came to be. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Bye.